My girlfriend said, "You are so dramatic." I replied, "Watch me leave." Then I joined her gym, hired my own trainer, collected proof, and I just smiled because she had no idea those princess texts would cost me our place and her trainer. Original post: I am 29. My now ex-girlfriend is Amber, 27, no kids. We live together in a small one-bedroom near downtown. I work in IT support, long hours, lots of sitting. She works in sales for a local company. Last year she decided she wanted a fitness glow-up. Her words: "I thought it was great, I had put on some weight. She wanted to feel better in her clothes. It sounded healthy." She joined a nicer gym than I would have picked. Big glass front, loud music, trainers who look like they live there. She started talking a lot about her trainer, Blake. At first it was normal, stuff like, he fixed my squat form or he showed me a better shoulder warm-up. I was happy she had someone who knew what he was doing. I even offered to pay half her training package. Then the late text started. Her phone would light up on the couch at 1030, 11:15, sometimes past midnight. I would see Blake PT on the screen. Little preview bubbles, flexing emojis, "Proud of you today." "Next phase is going to build that booty," I asked once. "He texts you this late a lot," she shrugged. "Trainers keep weird hours. Calm down, it's about my workouts." I let it go at first. I told myself I was being insecure. I had gained some weight. She was getting more attention. I did not want to be the guy who kills her progress because of my ego, but it kept going. She switched her sessions to later slots so she could fit them around work. She came home showered already, hair wet, gym bag in the car. Sometimes she had a fresh protein shake in a shaker she did not own before. One night she fell asleep on the couch with her phone in her hand. The screen lit up against my leg. A long message from Blake slid down. "Still thinking about how hard you pushed tonight. Same time Thursday, princess." I read it twice. My throat went dry. I did not shake her awake. I did not throw the phone. I just watched the screen go dark. The next morning I brought it up over coffee. "You okay with your trainer calling you princess now?" She rolled her eyes. "It's a joke. You are so dramatic. This is why I did not want to tell you about the gym stuff. You always make it weird." I remembered that word. Dramatic. Like I was a problem, not the guy paying half her sessions. That day at work I opened the gym website. I made my own account. I booked an intro session with a female trainer named Sienna. I did not tell Amber. I did not mention it at dinner. My first action was simple. If my concern was just insecurity, I would fix it. I would get in shape too. I would stand next to her in that mirror and know I had done the work as well. I joined her gym. I got my own trainer. I started my own plan. And I waited to see what would happen next. Update 1. Sienna was the opposite of Blake in every way I knew him. He looked like he lived on Instagram. She looked like she lived on a training floor. No fake energy, no flirting, just, "What are your goals and here is how we get there." We trained twice a week, early mornings before work. She corrected my form, gave me homework. I started sleeping better. My back stopped aching at my desk. I mentioned Sienna to Amber like it was casual. "My trainer says my squat is trash, but getting better." She stared at me. "You have a trainer now?" "Yeah, same gym, needed the push." She set her fork down. "You got a female trainer and did not tell me." I thought about the midnight princess text. "Trainers keep weird hours," I said. "Calm down, it's about my workouts." She did not laugh. From that point it got tense. She asked a lot of questions about Sienna, what she looked like, if she was single, if we texted. I kept my answers short. "Yes, we text. She sends my programs." One Tuesday, Amber said she had a late leg day with Blake, 9 p.m. slot. She left at 8:30 already in gym clothes. She smelled like my body wash. She gave me a quick kiss and said, "Don't wait up if I shower there." I watched her leave. I picked up my keys. I had already checked the app. Blake had her in at 9 p.m. I saw his name on the trainer's schedule. I knew which squat rack he liked. Amber had shown me in a video. I drove to the gym and parked across the lot. I waited a few minutes so I would not walk in right behind her. Then I scanned in and headed to the back near the racks. They were not on the floor. I walked a slow lap. Cardio area, no Amber, no Blake. I saw his name on a whiteboard near the trainer's office. Session scheduled. Client initials AM. The door to the small, stretching studio in the back was closed. Light on. Music low and different from the main floor. I recognized her laugh through the gap, high and soft. Then silence. My heart pounded, but my hands were steady. I went to the front desk and smiled. "Hey, I left my shaker here last time. Mind if I check the back studio real quick?" The kid at the desk waved me through. I opened the door like I expected it to be empty. Amber and Blake were sitting on the floor, backs against the mirrored wall. Lights dim, no equipment in use. Her hair was up, but her face was flushed in a way that did not look like squats. His hand was on her thigh. Her shoe was off. No one was stretching. They both jerked like they had been slapped. "Oh," I said, "thought this was open." Amber scrambled to her feet. "What are you doing here?" I held up my phone. I had screenshots. "Came for a late lift. Thought I would meet the guy who calls my girlfriend Princess." Blake stood up slower. "Hey man, you are misunderstanding this. We were just debriefing her session." "In the dark," I said, "with your hand on her leg and no actual workout." Amber's mouth opened and closed. "We were talking. You are so paranoid." "Why are you spying on me?" I clicked my screen on. The last text lit up. "Still thinking about how hard you pushed tonight. Same time Thursday, Princess." I held it up between us. "This is not about squats." Blake went pale. "You should not be going through her phone, bro." "I did not," I said. "She fell asleep. Your ego lit up the room." Amber started crying. The messy, loud kind. "It is not what it looks like. You have a female trainer. You text her all the time. I saw your messages about feeling sore and good work today too." "Sienna does not call me Prince," I said, "and she does not sit in the dark with me in an empty room." No one said anything for a moment. Out on the main floor, plates clanked. Someone laughed near the dumbbells. In that little room, it felt very quiet. "I am leaving," I said. "Amber, do not come home with me tonight. We will talk when I have cooled off." She grabbed my arm. "Please, you are overreacting. This is nothing. He is my trainer." "You are doing the same thing with her." I pulled my arm back. "If this is nothing, you won't mind when I cancel your package and talk to the gym manager about their policy on trainers and clients alone in dark rooms." I walked out before either of them answered. Update 2: I did not sleep that night. I did not rage. I made lists. We were not married, but our lease was joint. The furniture was mostly mine. I had paid the security deposit. I did not want drama in the apartment. I wanted clean lines. The next morning, I called the leasing office on my way to work. I asked what it would take to remove a tenant from the lease at renewal. They said one signature, as long as the other tenant agreed or gave notice. Our lease was up in 2 months. I circled the date. Then I emailed the gym manager, short and simple. No yelling. I described walking in on my girlfriend and her trainer in a private room, lights dim, no active training. I attached screenshots of the Princess texts. I asked for their written policy on trainer conduct with clients. I did not post anything online. I did not blast her on social media. I told 2 people, my brother and one close friend. I sent them the same screenshots. If she tries to spin this, here is why we broke up. Amber came home that night like nothing had happened. She had a whole speech ready. "You embarrass me at the gym. Blake could lose his job. Do you know how unprofessional that was?" I looked at her. "If he loses his job, it will be because he cannot keep his hands off clients, not because I opened a door." She folded her arms. "You have been having an emotional affair with your trainer. You joined that gym to get back at me. You wanted to make me jealous." I let her talk. Every sentence made it clearer that she wanted this to be my fault. When she ran out of steam, I spoke. "We are done. I am not yelling. I am not calling you names. I am telling you a fact. You can stay here this week while you look for a place. Bedroom is yours. I will sleep on the couch. End of the month, I want you out." She stared at me like I had slapped her. "You cannot just kick me out. I am on the lease." "Lease is up in 2 months," I said. "I already spoke to the office. I will renew it alone. You can sign off or you can find somewhere else. but we are not living together after that. The next days were ugly, but in a quiet way. She cried. She slammed doors. She posted vague quotes about being with someone who supports your glow up and insecure men ruining good women. Mutual friends started to message me. What happened? Amber says you freaked out about her trainer and cheated with yours. I sent the same 3 screenshots to each one. The princess text, the late-night messages, a picture of the gym door, light leaking around the edges. Most of them went quiet after that. A few wrote back, "Yeah, that crosses a line." No one pushed me to stay. A week later, the gym manager replied. He thanked me for the information. He said they took trainer conduct seriously. He did not share details, but he hinted that Blake had been removed from certain client-facing duties while they reviewed. I noticed his face vanish from their Instagram page. His name disappeared from the trainer's schedule in the app. When I went in for my sessions, I saw him once, walking out in street clothes in the middle of the day, jaw tight. Amber stopped tagging the gym in her stories. By the time our lease ended, she had found a room with some coworkers. She took her clothes, her plants, and a few kitchen things she had bought herself. I helped her carry boxes to her friend's car. No fight, no begging. At the leasing office, she signed her name off the renewal without looking at me. Her hand shook. When I walked back to the empty apartment, it was quiet in a way I liked. My name alone on the lease, my space, my rules. I had full control of my life again. No late-night princess texts lighting up my living room. Update 3 months after she moved out, Amber texted me. "Can we talk? I owe you an apology." I stared at the message for a while. Then I wrote, "Public place, coffee shop on 5th, Sunday at 2, 1 hour, no talk about getting back together." She agreed. On Sunday she walked in 10 minutes late. She looked smaller somehow, not thinner. Just less loud, no big lashes, no gym glam, hoodie and leggings, dark circles under her eyes. "Hey," she said, sitting down, "you look good." "I have been lifting," I said. "Sienna is trying to kill me with deadlifts." She flinched at the name. We made small talk for 5 minutes. Work, weather, nothing deep. Then she took a deep breath. "I am sorry," she said. "About Blake, about everything. I should not have called you insecure. It was messed up." I waited. Let the silence sit. She kept going. "After you emailed the gym, they pulled my sessions. They said he crossed a line with a client before, not just me. He almost got fired. He blamed me for it, said I should have deleted the messages. We stopped talking for a while. Then we started again. Now we are kind of together, but it is complicated." I did not ask for details. I did not need to know. She wiped at her eyes. "I miss what we had. You were steady. You paid attention. Blake is fun, but he is not you. I thought you would fight harder for me. I thought you would yell or chase me, but you just left." I sipped my coffee. It tasted fine. "I did fight," I said. "I fought for myself. I put up a boundary. You crossed it." "That is the whole story." She reached across the table. "Do you think there is any chance we could try again one day, now that things have settled? I could change gyms. We could start fresh." I pulled my hand back before she touched it. "No." Her lip trembled. "Just no." "No," I said. "Not with you and not with this history. I do not hate you. I am not wishing you harm, but I am done. I needed trust. You gave me games." She sniffed. "I made a mistake." "More than one," I said. "You can learn from them, with someone else." We sat there a few more minutes. She kept looking at me like she wanted to recognize the man she used to live with. I paid for my coffee and stood. "Take care of yourself, Amber," she whispered. "You too." I walked out into the sunlight and did not look back. Final update: it has been a year since that coffee. I still live in the same apartment, my name alone on the lease. I changed the furniture around, new desk, better couch. The bed feels bigger now that I sleep in it alone or with someone who respects my space. I kept training with Sienna. She stayed my trainer, not my rebound. Professional, respectful. I lost 20 pounds, put on muscle. My doctor took me off one of my meds. My back does not hurt when I bend to tie my shoes. A few months ago, I started dating someone new, not from the gym. A friend of my sister. We met at game night. She knows the whole story. She laughed at the princess text and then said, "Yeah, I would have walked too." We keep our phones face up on the table, not because we have to, because neither of us is hiding anything. From mutual friends, I hear bits about Amber and Blake. They tried to go full couple for a while. The gym let him come back but banned him from training female clients one-on-one in private rooms. His income dropped. He left for a smaller place across town. Amber followed him there on a cheap membership. Then she found out he was debriefing sessions with other women too. Same pattern, same late texts, different princess. She posted a long story about never trusting gym guys again and being done with men who only want bodies. Someone sent me screenshots. I did not respond. I'm not happy she is hurting. I'm also not sad. It just feels like watching a show I stopped caring about a season ago. Sometimes people still ask what happened with us. I keep it simple. We wanted different things. I wanted trust. She wanted attention. They nod. Most people understand without more detail. At night when my phone lights up, it is from my brother or my girlfriend or my boss about a schedule change. Normal stuff. No secret names. No flexing emojis from strangers calling me Prince. I think back to that first late text from Blake. The one that slid across her screen while she slept on my leg. That was the moment my relationship ended. It just took me a while to catch up.